Welcome back to my channel Code with Neha. So today I am back with another interesting topic. Hope you all will like it. So without any further delay, let's get started. So today's topic is MySQL constraints. SQL constraints are used to specify rules for data in a table. Constraints can be specified when the table is created with the create table statement or after the table is created with the alter table statement. Here, the syntax is create table, table name, then within the parenthesis, column 1, data type constraint, column 2, data type constraint, and column 3, data type constraint, and so on. Constraints are used to limit the type of data that can go into a table. This ensures the accuracy and reliability of the data in the table. If there is any violation between the constraint and the data action, the action is aborted. Constraints can be column label or table label. Column label constraints apply to a column and table label constraints apply to the whole table. There are many commonly used constraints in SQL. Number 1, not null. Number 2, unique. Number 3, primary key. Number 4, foreign key. Number 5, check. Number 6, default. And number 7, create index, and so on. Today, we are going to discuss not null and unique constraints. The not null constraint ensures that a column cannot have a null value. Unique constraint that ensures that all values in a column are different. MySQL not null constraint. By default, a column can hold null values. The not null constraint ensures a column to not accept null values. This enforces a field to always contain a value, which means that you cannot insert a new record or update a record without adding a value to this field. So, let us see this with an example. Here I am using the previous database that we used in our previous videos, that is subject. Then creating a table, that is employee. Employee ID, then the data type, that is integer, then the not null constraint, followed by last name, which has data type varchar and not null constraint, then followed by the first name with the data type varchar and not null constraint. Using the query describe table to see the data structure of the table. Then coming to the MySQL unique constraint. The unique constraint ensures that all values in a column are different. Both the unique and primary key constraints provide a guarantee for uniqueness for a column or set of columns. A primary key constraint automatically has a unique constraint. However, you can have any unique constraints per table but only one primary key constraint per table. So now let us apply. Creating the table persons under the database subject. Following the same process as the previous table. At last, we are defining the ID as unique constraint. So, at the data structure of the table, we can see the data type as unique. So, that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. If you want more such informative content, then don't forget to subscribe my channel.